y'all. Welcome back to another episode of the Watch a Star podcast. This is your girl, Lianne, and I'm super excited to be bringing you another podcast episode today. Today's conversation is going to be all about cheating, the truth behind infidelity. I'm also doing an Instagram live at the same time. So hello, everyone in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Hello, everyone who's listening or watching the replay. Super excited to have you guys here. But I really think that this conversation is one that so many of us can relate to. So many of us have gone through. And I feel like this is something that many of us can relate to and we need to talk about. So if you've ever been cheated on, you know how devastating it feels. It's not just about betrayal. It's about the self-doubt, the broken trust, and the question we all ask. Why did this happen? I see someone in the chat. Shout out to Big Aquarius Energy. Why do they cheat? Well, we're going to get into that, okay? This is a space for honesty and growth. I want to have a conversation of all of us together because I know many of us can relate to being cheated on. Today, I'm breaking down 3 parts of the whole infidelity cheating conversation. I'm going to talk about why people cheat and the truth behind infidelity. We're going to talk about how cheating impacts you, the person who got cheated on emotionally and mentally. And we're also going to talk about how to start healing and rebuilding after experiencing this kind of betrayal. Because I think that's really important. Yes, it's important to reflect on what you experienced, but what's more important is how are we going to heal from that? Okay. So that's what we're going to talk about. I know for me, I have so much experience when it comes to cheating. And I think it's important for us to put the truth out there, especially me being a content creator, someone who is putting their stuff out there for the world to judge and to take in. I think it's really important. I know I'm not the only one, and that's why I think it's so important for us to have these conversations. So let's start off with part 1, okay? Why do people cheat? Okay, that's the age-old question. That's the question I'm sure y'all have asked that person. I definitely tried to get some sort of closure and finding out why this happened, but there's a few different reasons. While there is zero excuse for infidelity, understanding the reasons behind it can help you see that it's not about you. Big Aquarius Energy said, mine ghosted. Whoa. Could you imagine getting cheated on and then just disappearing? That's terrible. I'm so sorry you experienced that. Thank you for sharing, but that fucking sucks. And there's a whole nother conversation that I can have in regards to closure and how closure is not necessary when it comes to healing, but that's another conversation for another day. Okay, so reason number 1, why people cheat. And this goes for men and women. Anyone can cheat. But reason number 1 is lack of accountability. Okay? Some people cheat because they don't respect boundaries or value the commitment that they made. It's not a self-reflection of your worth. It's about their lack of self-control and accountability. I want to say this loud and clear so y'all hear me. Cheating is a form of emotional abuse. Yes, it's that fucking serious. Why? Because when someone gets cheated on, especially someone who's lacking worth or value within themselves, getting cheated on is going to make you feel so much worse about yourself. And a lot of the times, those of us who get cheated on by someone who's very manipulative and even narcissistic. And one of the qualities that they have is no accountability. Okay, so I want you to remember that you getting cheated on by someone is a choice that they made. And if they lack any sort of remorse, when I think about my own situation, my ex never apologized for the crazy amount of times that he cheated on me, never apologized for anything that he did to hurt me, never apologized for putting his hands on me, for cursing me out, for calling me names. Like, he had zero accountability. And that's such an unattractive trait in my eyes now, being the woman that I am and doing the healing work that I've done. If you can't admit to your fuck up, because I'm so loud and proud of the fuck ups that I've gone through and experienced, I don't want you anywhere fucking near me. I want your presence to not be in my life because that shows me the type of person that you are. And it shows me how fucked up your character traits are. So lack of accountability is super unattractive. If you're with someone who doesn't know how to apologize, they gotta fucking go because they are super fucking immature. And that leads to reason number 2 of why people cheat. Emotional immaturity. Cheating often comes from an inability to communicate feelings or needs. Instead of addressing issues directly, they take the easy way out. Again, not being able to apologize is lack of accountability. Not being able to communicate your feelings and the things that you're thinking about to the person that you're supposedly so in love with. How fucking immature are you? Like, grow the fuck up, sir. And go to fucking therapy and go work out your trauma with a professional because you need fucking help. Okay? Like, we're too grown. At our big ages, I'm 36 years young, and I'll be damned if I'm with someone who doesn't know how to communicate with me effectively and maturely. Like, if you're someone who's just gonna ghost me, like that person said in the chat before, cheated on them after they had a baby and then ghosted, you're a fucking child, sir. Why the fuck did I allow you to impregnate me? And why did I allow myself to carry your seed? Because you're a fucking piece of shit. What? Don't get me started with the fucking baby daddy shit because I have my own experience of having a sperm donor in my life. Okay? So, emotionally immature men and women, y'all are fucking trash. Boo. Tomatoes, tomatoes. Go to fucking therapy. Okay? And I have a sponsored link with BetterHelp where you can save 10% off your first month of private, secure, online, confidential therapy. You can comment or DM the word therapy below in the chat and I'll send you the link. Or if you're listening or watching on YouTube or on podcast platform, link in bio or link down below in the description box because there's help out there and a lot of y'all need motherfucking therapy. Save some money. It's the holidays. I know shit is crazy right now with the whole political climate and all of that. Everybody needs therapy, whether you're going through it or not. Shout out to BetterHelp for that. Anyway, reason number 3 why people cheat. They're seeking validation. Ooh, yes. Sometimes cheaters look for external validation because they feel insecure or inadequate. Instead of working on themselves, they seek attention elsewhere. Someone who cheats on you, you really think about it, they're very insecure within themselves or they're very insecure and feel neglected within their relationship. Now, I'm not excusing the behavior. Again, cheating is a choice. Cheating is a form of abuse and it's not okay ever in my eyes. But they're looking for something that they are lacking. And I'm not putting the blame on y'all. But we do need to take some sort of accountability for the demise of our relationships because relationships take more than one person. Next reason why people cheat. Selfishness. Sometimes people are just fucking assholes. And cheating is selfish. It's about putting their desires above the trust and bond that you've built. Some people just don't give a fuck. And that's just who they are. Maybe they were brought up in a home where their father constantly cheated on their mother, or maybe they were, I've heard stories of like men bringing their sons to be around their mistresses. And like, it's a normal day of you just going to see another woman that your father is having sex with, even though he's married to his mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people are just fucked up. And that's why you need to go to therapy. Okay? Shout out to BetterHelp. Visit the description box below. Number 5 reason why people cheat. Thrill-seeking behavior. Some people cheat because they crave excitement or novelty. It's not about love. It's about the need for temporary highs. Cheating is dangerous, right? It's like, oh, some people like that adrenaline rush. They like that excitement. They like the fear of getting caught. Some people just thrive off of negativity. And again, it goes back to the last one. They're selfish. Some people just fucking suck. Some people are just terrible. And you shouldn't deal with those type of people. The last reason, underlying relationship issues is another reason why people cheat. In some cases, cheating happens when there are unresolved problems in the relationship. But let me be clear, cheating is never the solution, and it's not your fault that they chose that route. Okay? So those are just some reasons. Of course, there's more, but I'm not going to spend too much time on why. I think what's more important is how can we start to heal from that? But before we get there, I want to talk about how cheating impacts the person who's experiencing the infidelity and what are some things that happen to you, the person who experienced it. So cheating is not just about betrayal. It leaves scars that can take time to heal. Let's talk about how infidelity affects you emotionally, mentally, and sometimes even physically, okay? I want you guys to let me know on Instagram, what are some ways that you notice changes within yourself when you got cheated on? For me, I mean, that broke down my confidence so badly. Like, I felt like shit about myself. I was someone who really internalized a lot of those feelings of inadequacy and not feeling good enough. So that's definitely one thing that how that affected me emotionally. It also triggered my anxious attachment style. And if you guys don't know about anxious attachment styles, I have an entire blog post that breaks down the 4 main ones. Go check that out. I'll link it in the description box below. But it made me super clingy. It made me become paranoid and be like overprotective and up their ass and wanting to know who they're with, who are they talking to. Whenever the phone rings, I jump and I try to see what's happening. Like, it made me fucking crazy. I will never in my life ever, ever, ever be in a relationship like that ever again, because it made me truly go into survival mode. Like, it was that serious for me. And it just made me such a not happy person to be around. Okay. So those are some of the ways that it affected me. Someone in the chat, Drano, think I'm mispronouncing that, but she says insecurity and lack of trust, loss of self-esteem. Absolutely. Cheating affects you in so many ways. I'm going to break down some ways right here. So number 1, shattered trust. When someone cheats, it's hard to trust them or anyone else ever again. You might question everyone's intentions moving forward. Oh man, let me know if y'all struggle with trust issues. That's me. I literally have the mindset today that you are guilty until you prove yourself innocent to me. And it should be the other way around, right? Innocent until proven guilty. But for me, unfortunately, with all the trauma and abuse that I've gone through, especially in the last relationship where he almost ended my life, that changed the DNA inside of me. Like, my personality has completely changed forever. I am not the same person that I was prior to meeting him or even when I met him. I'm a completely different person and I'll never be the same. And a big thing that I struggle with even before that relationship was trust issues. Cause like I said in the beginning, I've been cheated on in every single relationship. Serious. I've been cheated on in every single serious relationship that I've ever had. So my trust issues are really fucked up. And that's something that still to this day I struggle with and I'm trying to work through, but it's one of the hardest things for me as someone who's gone through the trauma that I've gone through. So it's hard, especially when you decide to put yourself back out there and dating again. It's like you look at everyone like, you're kind of waiting for the shoe to drop. And that sucks. And that's a huge reason as to why I haven't even wanted to get back to dating, because it's like, I don't fucking trust these men. These men are crazy out here. Especially me being in the DV world and seeing so many stories and talking to so many survivors and hearing so many of the fucked up things they've gone through. And it all has to deal with men. Don't get me started. I isolated myself and I lost interest in being around his family. It made me paranoid that everyone looked at me like I was a fool. Thank you for sharing that. That's so real. That's such an honest answer. That judgment that also comes with, like, you kind of feel like everyone knew except you. And then it goes again with that shattered trust. Like, yo, I can't even trust the people that I had around me. How fucked up is that? That sucks. So that's just one of the ways that cheating impacts you. Another way that cheating can impact you is self-doubt. Hey boo, good to see you. Cheating can make you question your worth, like I talked about before, start internalizing that. And you start asking yourself, am I not good enough? What did I do wrong? What role did I play? What could I have done differently? You start asking yourself all of these different questions. And I want to remind you, especially for my women out there, that that person's actions is not a reflection of your value. Okay, that is a decision and a choice that they made, and they have to deal with the consequences that come from it. It sucks, yeah, obviously, but I don't want you to start questioning yourself and start putting the blame on yourself and start saying that you're the problem, because you're not. That motherfucker is the problem, not you. Next point of how cheating affects you: emotional pain. The heartbreak of betrayal can leave you feeling hurt, angry, and confused. These emotions are valid and it's okay to feel them. Okay? I want you to honor the feelings that come up with cheating. I want you to be angry. I want you to be sad. I want you to feel them. I don't want you to suppress them. I don't want you to pretend like it didn't happen. I don't want you to just be like, oh, well, whatever. He cheated on me. I'm just going to deal with it. I guess this is what it is because I saw that growing up and my mom cheated on my dad all the time. So I guess this is just normal. No, it's not. But I want you to absolutely feel the feelings and allow them to flow through you. But I don't want you to stay there forever. And the next part that we're going to talk about is how you're going to be able to start rebuilding. But you got to feel the feelings in order to start dealing with them and then healing from them. So it's feel, deal, heal. Okay? Remember that shit. You need to feel the feelings so that you can deal with the feelings and then you can start healing from the feelings. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. I made so many excuses for his cheating. Cheating while I was pregnant with his child. They never treated me badly. I wanted to be present, but I couldn't. I felt ruined. Listen, and a lot of these people who do the cheating are just pieces of shit. I said that before when we broke down the reasons why they cheat. Some people are just fucking ugly human beings and like to purposely hurt people. And it's very cliche that they say like hurt people, but that's the truth. A lot of people are fucking broken and have so many unhealed trauma within themselves that they're just pouring their trauma into other people. And especially if you're having sex with this person, that is called a fucking soul tie, and energy exchange is real. And then you get hooked because a lot of the times these men know how to dig you down. I talked about this on the live yesterday. A lot of these men know exactly what the fuck they're doing just to get what they want out of you. And then once they're done with you, they go into the discard phase and they fucking get rid of you or they ghost you, like the one person said in the chat earlier. And they find another victim. And then it's the same cycle over and over. I literally know that my ex is doing the same thing to the next person that he has connected with once he got out of prison. I hope not, but that is not my responsibility. I will not be the other woman to reach out and be like, hey, be careful with him. No, listen, I had to learn on my own. I'm not going to jeopardize my safety for someone else, but I just hope and pray that God and karma reaps what he deserves because that's an evil man and he does not need to be here. But that's not my responsibility to make that happen. But I know karma will find his way over to that man's life one day, if not already. But that's neither here nor there. Another reason of how cheating impacts you is overthinking and anxiety. Shout out to my Virgos. Virgos are known for being very heady and analytical and living in their brain and overthinking. That's me, even though I am a creative person as well, as you can see my background. But you might replay the moments in your head over and over and over again, trying to figure out what went wrong or what you could have done differently to prevent it from happening. And I need to remind y'all that this cycle is exhausting. You're never going to be able to get the answer that you're going to want to hear. He's never going to take accountability or say, I'm sorry, or say, I didn't mean to, or it was just a mistake and it'll never happen again. And I don't know what I was thinking. I was just so drunk. And my boys, they just like forced me to have sex with them because I couldn't because I'm so sad about our relationship. We're just not He's not going to do that, bitch. He's not. So block the motherfucker and move on. Cry, scream, go to a fucking rage room, go to therapy, start a podcast, do whatever the fuck you need to do to heal, but leave that motherfucker alone because he's not going to change. Okay? I can guarantee you he's not going to change. Next, how cheating impacts you. Fear of future relationships. Talked about this earlier. Not going to spend too much time on it. Cheating can make you hesitant to open up again, fearing that you'll get hurt. This fear is natural, but can be overcome with healing. We're going to talk about how you can heal. Last reason of how cheating can affect you: difficulty letting go. Even after the relationship ends, the pain of cheating can linger, making it harder to move on. But moving on is possible. It just takes time and intentional healing. Okay, so we broke down why people cheat. We broke down how it impacts you. And so let's go to how to heal and rebuild after cheating. I think that's the most important thing for this conversation. We've talked about the pain, but let's focus on the healing. So here are some steps to help you move forward and rebuild your confidence and your trust. So, number one, and I said this before, allow yourself to feel the feelings, sis. Please do not rush to just get over it. Let yourself grieve. Let yourself cry. Scream if you need to. I'm telling you guys, quick story time. 2019, I ended an almost decade-long relationship with someone. I moved to a different state. He was supposed to come with me. He didn't. Episode 19, I believe, is the entire episode about that relationship. I'll leave it in the description box below so you can check it out. But that heartbreak, I mean, I was with this man for almost a decade. It really broke my heart. And after the grieving, after the feeling sorry for myself and all of that, I got angry. And I had rage inside of me and I needed to release those feelings. So me and my sister, we were living in the same state at the time. We went to a rage room and I broke shit in a safe and controlled space. And I'm telling you, if you've never experienced a rage room, it is one of the most therapeutic ways that you can heal and allow yourself to feel those feelings and be able to release them. You know, because abuse and trauma gets stored in our body and we need to find different ways in order to allow those feelings and emotions to move through so we can get rid of them, because you don't want to hold on to them, because truly it's scientifically proven that like that type of energy stuck in your body can make you physically ill. It can even cause cancer and like debilitating diseases. So you need to move those feelings out. So book a fucking rage room. I need to do one so badly. 2024 has been such a challenging year for myself and my family, and I have a lot of pent up emotions that I need to release. So go book a fucking rage room. It's literally a place where you can buy shit to break. Like TVs, printers, fax machines, glasses, bottles, fucking windows. It's so crazy. You can listen to Kendrick Lamar if you want to, or your favorite heavy metal band, or whatever. You want to listen to some fucking 50 Cent? You want to put on some many men, wish that on me, no, God, no more, don't let the sky no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can just get the feelings out. So that's the first step when it comes to healing. Like, feel the fucking feelings, sis, and then release them, okay? Another thing you can do, stop blaming yourself, okay? I said it earlier in the conversation. Cheating is a choice that that person made. It is not your fault, and it is not your responsibility to fix their behavior. Stop internalizing other people's fucked up behaviors. Stop blaming yourself for staying. Stop blaming yourself for picking a shitty partner. Stop blaming yourself for marrying them or thinking they were going to change or having a baby with them. Please, you cannot change the past. The only thing that you can do is control your present, which will then control how your future turns out. But if you choose to continue taking the blame and you choose to continue staying with this person after they disrespected you, and you choose to work things out because they said things will be different, but they're not showing you that they changed, then it's time for you to start looking in the mirror and doing what? Taking accountability, like we talked about before. Because again, a lot of these type of people do not take accountability. Everything is everyone else's fault. Everything is done to them. But you can turn it around and be like, this wasn't done to me. This was done for me for a reason. And it's up to you to figure out what that reason is, okay? Play chess, not checkers with these motherfuckers. Number 3, and how you can start to rebuild and heal. Rebuild your self-worth. Ladies, your self-worth is your superpower. Focus on things that bring you joy and remind you of your value. Start journaling, try new hobbies, or spend time with people who lift you up, okay? I've said this in many other live conversations that I had before. A lot of y'all don't have any fucking hobbies. You don't know how to act without having a person in your life. Who are you outside of being in a relationship? Go fucking find a hobby, sis. Go paint like I do. Or over here, go fucking paint. Start that business that you've been talking about, that you had no time to focus on because you were so worried about this man cheating on you, you know? Go gardening, go fucking walk, go work on your physique, go do something with your life and stop consuming yourself with this piece of shit person who doesn't respect you. Because at the end of the day, cheating is about disrespecting you. They don't respect you. They don't care about you. They don't care about your well-being. Move the fuck on, okay? Another way that you can start healing, set boundaries. If you decide to stay after somebody cheated on you, boundaries are a non-negotiable. If you leave, set boundaries to protect your healing process. And I know this is very controversial when it comes to like, should I stay? Should I go? I know everyone has their own opinions. For this girl right here, you cheat on me once, being the woman that I am today, that's it. Cheating is a non-negotiable for me. So if you decide to cheat on me, I'm going to set my boundary and remove me from your life. That is my boundary because I've experienced the other side where I chose to stay even though they cheated on me. And what happened in every relationship? They continue cheating on me. Are we seeing a pattern? Yeah. They continue cheating. And I continued getting fucking crazier and more paranoid and more isolating and more embarrassed and more feeling like shit about myself. That's what continued. So now, because I never want to experience that type of pain ever again, the first time you play in my face will be the only time. That's it. I'm one and done, babe. One and fucking done. And that's on what? On fucking boundaries. 2 more points. We're almost done with this conversation, but I also want you to be patient with yourself when it comes to the healing journey because healing takes time and it is not a straight line. It's very cliche that they say healing is not linear. There's ebbs and flows. There's good days and bad days. And that definitely happens when it comes to healing from cheating. Okay. I want you to celebrate the small wins and remember that every step forward counts. And most importantly, what I think is the biggest step that someone needs to take, and this is not to like toot my own horn, but like seeking support, going to therapy, working with a coach, or just talking to someone that you trust can help you so much on the journey to healing. Healing isn't something that you have to do or you should feel like you want to do by yourself. So, in order to move forward with strength, I need you to remember this, sis. Being cheated on is painful, but it does not define you. You are stronger than this betrayal, and you deserve love that's honest, kind, and respectful. Healing is a journey, but every step you take brings you closer to the life and love that you truly deserve. I want you to remember that cheating isn't a reflection of your value. It is a reflection of their choices. Okay? So, if this conversation resonated with you and you feel like you're ready to take the next step in your healing journey, I would love to support you on that journey. And this is how you can work with me. I have a 90-day breaking free coaching program that talks all about how to break free and heal from toxic and abusive relationships. It is 90 days. It is 12 sessions that we meet weekly. We work together to create a plan in order for you to become the best version of yourself for yourself. I'm not a therapist, but I am a self-love coach, and I help women break free and heal from toxic and abusive relationships and rebuild the relationship that's the most important in my personal opinion, which is the relationship that you have with yourself. So if that's something that you're interested in looking into, I want you to visit the link below. If you're watching on Instagram, I want you to comment or DM the word freedom, and I will send you the link to my landing page and also the link to book a free discovery call with me. In that discovery call, it's a 1-hour session where we meet face to face or over the phone, whatever it is that you feel most comfortable with. You tell me your situation. You answer a questionnaire before we get on the call. You tell me what it is that you're looking for and what you need in a coach. I discuss with you if and how I can help you. We create a action plan that me and you will work together on going through over the course of the 90 days or 3 months. And you start your healing journey, sis. I also have a workbook called Breaking Free. That's an in-depth guide for you to start breaking free from that toxic and abusive relationship that you get instant access to when you sign up to work with me. You will get homework, and that's really just action steps that I encourage you to take when it comes to healing. And you get on-demand Monday through Friday chat support with me via WhatsApp. Anytime you need some extra support, anytime you're going through it, anytime you need to vent and talk to somebody, you just hit me up, sis, and I got you. We don't just meet once a week and that's it. The once a week, 1 hour session, that's absolutely every single week for 12 weeks. But in between, sis, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. And yes, I'm giving homework. A lot of the prompts inside of my Breaking Free workbook are guided journal prompts dedicated to you to start healing from those relationships that really debilitated and are depleting you. I really want us to be able to reflect on what we've gone through so that way we can put together a plan to move forward. Okay. And that's what happens when you work with a coach. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really, really hope that you were able to take something away from this conversation. Yes, cheating hurts, but it doesn't have to define you or your story. You're worthy of love that feels like peace and not pain. Okay. And if you're on this live still, I want you to drop an emoji in the comments, and I want you to share this conversation with someone who needs this message, because so many of us are suffering in silence when it comes to this type of abuse. And we need to come together for our sisters and let them know that they're not alone. Y'all, thank you so much for being here. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe this video. Leave a comment. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was. If you're listening on Apple, I would really appreciate if you leave a rating and review as well. That really grows my show and allows me to get new listeners. And until next time, this is your girl Lianne of the Watch Us Thrive podcast. Keep glowing, growing, and thriving. Love you.